Welcome, everybody, to another edition of the Mind Right Game Tight Show. I'm your host, Michelle Morgan. I am a transformational sports coach, which means I work with student athletes on the mental aspects of sports and also in life. So, a life coach for our youth. I am also the author of How You Triumph in Sports, Tools That Create a Triumphant Life, a life skills book written for student athletes to understand all the tools that we're learning while we're playing sports and how they can be implemented in our life as well, because we're going to spend a lot more time in life than we do in sports. Just recently completed a workbook that goes along with that book, so you're more than welcome to check both of those books out on Amazon.com. And for more information about myself, you can find me at www.vidasoro.com. Today's guest is Aidan Herrera. He's 14 years old, and he's going to be a freshman this year at Oxnard High School. He plays basketball and football. He has a 4.0 G.P.A. and wants to attend USC after he graduates from high school. His goal is to make it to the N.F.L. So thank you, Aidan, for being on the show.
Yeah.
So you're a two-star athlete, you play basketball and football, and by playing those two sports, was there any adversity that you have to overcome, knowing that you're working your body double time by giving it all year round, basically?
Yeah, I'd say like icing like your knees or something, so they don't like start hurting more during the season or anything, and you don't have to like sit out during the games because that kind of sucks.
Yeah, nobody wants to sit out, right? So have you ever
Yeah.
had to sit out?
Yeah, I had to sit out like a couple games during football season.
What was that? What happened?
It's when I broke my arm. It was like 2 years ago in October. So I had to sit out for the rest of the season and then just watch my team play and just sitting there and nothing to do. And yeah, that kind of sucks.
So was it when you hurt yourself, was it during a game or was it practice, or how did that happen?
Oh, it was during a game. Yeah, I think we're in Camarillo, and
Mm-hmm.
then it was like probably the last 2 minutes of the game and we needed a touchdown. So they threw a pass to me, I caught it, and then I was trying to run towards the sideline, so I'd stop the clock. And when I got tackled, a guy came up from behind me, and so I tried to cushion my fall by putting my hands down, and then like when I was putting my hands down, another guy fell on my arm, and then I just heard like a pop, like if you ever like got like a chicken wing and then just like snapped it in half. That's just like how it sounded.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, thank you. That definitely gives me the visual when you put a chicken wing into
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, that sounds intense.
Yeah.
But you were able to recover from that. But you said, like,
Mhm.
at that point, like, you're basically doing nothing. So
Yeah.
you had to change your role,
Mhm.
during that part of the season. So how did your role change after, being someone who's constantly on the field to not being on the field anymore?
I felt like I was kind of like a coach because like I was the starting wide receiver, so then a backup wide receiver had to go in for me, and they didn't really know as much as me, so I had to help them on what to do.
And how was that experience from you, like being able to coach and help somebody who doesn't have the experience that you had in helping them because you want to see your team win still?
Yeah, yeah. I kind of like it, like helping someone learn to help them get better and to help the team.
And then during that time, like after you had your injury
Hmm.
and the rehab process, like what was your mindset like? Did you like anything happen within your mind in terms of like making sure that you wanted to get back on the field again?
Yeah, I was like really like scared to go back on the football field because I'm like, oh no, like what if it breaks again or something? And so I just had to like overcome that and just like trusting myself and just believing that like it's not gonna happen again. That it's like really rare if it's gonna happen again. Like it was just like once, and that's like the only bone I've ever broken. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine like that being scary. Whereas, like in any sport or anything we do, we hurt ourselves, and it's that moment where we have to go back to where it all happened.
Yeah.
And so, how did you mentally prepare yourself to get back on the football field?
I just had to like believe in myself and believe that because like I was like getting stronger every day, like doing push-ups and sit-ups. So I was doing that like to try to help my arm get back to where it was at. So I was just like believing in myself more, and then just working out a lot.
How long was that recovery process for you?
It took about, I mean, yeah, like 5 months.
Yeah. Wow, that's quite a while, to be sidelined. And then, I mean, you
Mhm.
also play basketball as well.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you were, kind of hindered there. So in terms of that, I think that's really great that you shared that, because so many of us experience injury or even being hurt.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scary, to go back in
Mhm.
there. But like you said, it's just believing in yourself and knowing that you put the work in to recover,
Mhm.
to get
Yeah.
back out there, to give it all you got. And
Yeah.
so what are some other things that you do to prepare yourself in terms of like your sports, like in order to get better?
I go to a trainer. I went to a trainer like since I broke my arm, I was going to him like the whole during the season last year,
Mm-hmm.
and like probably like once a week, like every week until like football season started up again now. And yeah, I'm still going to him, but just like probably not like once a week anymore. It's like once every 2 weeks.
And so how did you even get a trainer? Because a lot of the
Mhm.
times we have our coaches in the sport that we play, and then now
Yeah.
you're getting the additional training outside of it.
Mhm.
So is that something that you wanted to get, was a trainer, or how did getting a trainer come about?
My family and I were like talking about it since like I had to take the year off of football last year. So we're like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, you need to get better so you can be at like the same level as everyone else. And then my football coach from 2 years ago when I broke my arm, he was a wide receiver. He has like been training me ever since like my arm got fully healed.
And so what do you feel are the benefits of having a trainer?
You feel like you know a lot more than everyone else, and you have like a better understanding of your position and your game and the defense and how you can like do different stuff so you can get to your route faster, or like you can get to the end zone faster, or what you need to do if you're in man coverage, like different kind of stuff to better yourself.
And since having a trainer, what has been the biggest improvement you've seen with yourself?
I'd say having like man coverage on me, cause like if I like play man coverage, I'm feeling like really confident in myself because I feel like I know how to get past the corner, the person that's guarding me. So I feel like a lot more confident if they're playing man coverage.
So it
Yeah.
definitely helps to have like an extra coach, and it's, we
Mhm.
never stop learning, whether,
Yeah.
we're in season or we're out of season. So that's something that's great that, you're able to have that resource to help better yourself
Yeah.
in that aspect
Mhm.
of football. And so what things are you looking to improve on like right now? So now you're getting better at,
Yeah.
attacking like that man coverage. With some other things that you want to work on?
I'd say my yeah, endurance. Yeah. Yeah.
So how are you working on improving your endurance then?
Like every day or like almost every day, I'm doing my push-ups and sit-ups, and then after that, I go on a run for a mile and a half.
So take me through this, because I want to. What
Mhm.
if I'm someone who wants to learn how to work on my endurance?
Yeah.
What do you mean by push up and sit ups? Am I doing a certain amount in a certain amount of
Um,
time? Am I trying to get a certain time in like the mile and mile and a half that I'm running?
I'd say probably like cuz right now I'm doing 350 push-ups and sit-ups. So I do like those, and then like after I'm done with those, like you feel like pretty tired, like your arms are pretty tired. And then
Hmm.
you go on a run while you're tired to help yourself get better.
So definitely endurance is about pushing yourself when
Mhm.
you feel like you've given it all you have in your tank, and it's
Yeah.
going that extra mile. Because not only in sports but in life too, where we can feel exhausted, like, oh, I'm tired, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But that endurance comes, mentally as well,
Mhm.
where it's your mind pushing your body to continue to move, and not allowing your body to
Yeah.
tell your mind, like, oh, I'm tired, I'm done for the day, or whatever it may be.
Mhm.
So you continue to push yourself not only in sports but also in life, and you have a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah.
So how do you balance, having a trainer, working out, playing two sports, and then also maintaining a 4.0 GPA as well?
I'd say like school comes first before like sports, because like if you don't like have good grades, like you can't play on the team. So I'd say like automatically focus on school, and then you can get to like going to your trainer and like going to practices and everything.
Yeah, that definitely
Yeah.
makes sense. Gotta put the, put your education in the forefront. And then you
Yeah.
have a trainer in
Mhm.
sports. And so who's your coach or trainer in life to help
Oh,
you motivate you to do all those things?
I definitely say like my family, because they're like very supportive in like everything that I do,
Hmm.
whether it's like sports or if it's in school.
Has there been a time or a moment where you really like relied or asked your family for support, to get past a
Mm-hmm.
situation or experience that you were having?
I'd probably say like when I broke my arm, because like you need like your parents to help you with everything, like going to the hospital, because I had to get a like a pin placed in my arm so that the bone would be straight. So I definitely say that, and just like helping me get back to playing sports and everything.
And so, what about like outside of sports? What is something like all the things that you learn by like pushing yourself, even getting hurt and having
Mm-hmm.
to, move forward in that? How
Yeah.
has that taught you to be a better person in life?
I'd say like respecting everyone, like giving everyone the same amount of respect as your parents or like a doctor or something, and definitely being more more kind to people, and or at least trying to be kind. And
How are you doing on that? On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your kindness
I'd
towards
say a
others?
10. I'd say a 10, but my brother probably would say probably like a 4. Yeah.
Got it. So you have to work on it with your brother then.
Yeah. Oh, and my sister, because he's kind of annoying.
Got it. So you've
Yeah.
learned to be, understand like what it means to be kind. And like, what
Hmm.
does that really mean to you? Like, how did you learn the importance of being kind through sports and what happens when you're kind?
Like through sports, if you're like nice to your coaches, then they can reward you with like extra game time that some people wouldn't get. And like sometimes you deserve extra game time for like how hard you work. So I definitely say like that. And then being kind with like your siblings or something. Like I'm trying to be kind with my little sister, but I don't think she likes it.
Wait, she doesn't like your kindness?
I guess not.
So you're being nice to her and she's like, I don't want you to be nice, Aidan.
Kind of.
Oh, okay. I think we need to interview your sister to see what that kindness is looking like.
Yeah.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
so like even when you mentioned like being like nice to your coaches and
Mhm.
having that respect for them, and I
Yeah.
mean through my experience I've also noticed, like you said, it's like the hard work that you put in
Yeah.
is gonna get you there, because
Mhm.
I've seen it where I have kind teammates, but it doesn't mean they're gonna play.
Yeah.
And it's all about what the game plan is, a coach's philosophy, and different things like that as well. So I also want to ask you about, you have a goal to
Mhm.
play and attend at football and go to USC. So
Yeah.
right now, entering your freshman year, what kind of work do you have to put in order to see that goal achieved?
I definitely say like trying to put more work into school, cuz that's like cuz USC is a private school. Like you have to have good grades if you want to go to like a university or something. So I'd say put like trying to get better in school as much as I can, and definitely try to improve myself even more on the football field.
Well, it
Mhm.
looks like you already have like what it takes, and you have the mindset in order to get better
Mhm.
and to improve. Like you talk about endurance when you talk about just like your own stamina with staying in the
Yeah.
game, but really that's going to be such a huge asset to you mentally, because it's going to help you, teach you how to stay in the game, not only in sports but also how to
Mhm.
stay in the game in life as well. So
Yeah.
that's very, very important that you're already realizing that, and you can see the importance of that, because things are going to happen, but it's
Mm-hmm.
that mental push and that belief in yourself that's going to definitely keep you going. So I'm glad to hear that, Aidan. You're doing great things. I look forward to seeing how your freshman year goes.
Mm-hmm.
So being able to play high school for the first year, are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, we have our first game this Thursday, so that's gonna be really fun.
Nice. So
Yeah,
are you starting wide receiver? Or do you know what your position is yet, or what's going
yeah.
on?
I'm gonna be starting wide receiver, and mostly like starting on special teams too. I think probably on defense too.
Okay, so you're going to be playing. You're always going to be playing, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
You're always on the
Playing
field.
like as much as I can. Yeah,
Got it. Now you're really going to work on that endurance. You're going to
yeah,
really see that in motion this season coming up. Well,
yeah.
good luck this season, also with school as well. Looking forward to
Hmm.
that. How do you feel like you're going to be able to continue to keep up that great work ethic that you have in the classroom?
I feel like I can. Like I've been doing it, so I feel like there shouldn't be a problem if I can't do it anymore.
Thank you, Aidan. Like I appreciate all that you're sharing. And
Hmm.
another question about school. Is there
Yeah,
any class that I know you have a 4.0, so it's like your straight A's, but is there
yeah.
any class that has given you trouble in the past and that, you pushed through it to learn it to get
Yeah.
that A?
Uh-huh. Like I don't like language arts at all. Like I don't like to read.
Oh man.
So
Reading is fun.
no, it's not.
So you had to read in language arts. You didn't like
Yeah.
reading, but you still got
Yeah.
an A.
Yeah.
So how did you push through in doing something that you didn't like to do?
I just saw like the bigger picture. If you do this, then well, you will. Yeah, like you're going to be rewarded with like a good grade. So you just had to push through it.
Awesome. You're dropping so many like golden nuggets. I don't even think you know it because seriously, because
I don't
what you
know.
just said right now, like, sometimes not just right now, but there's going to be things that you don't want to do or you don't like doing,
Yeah.
but you're seeing forward, you're seeing past that in
Mhm.
order to achieve your goal. And reading might not be fun to you. Maybe it
Yeah.
will be in high school. You'll find a book that you love and then you're just going to be nonstop. But you're seeing already and you're understanding like, you know what,
Mhm.
this is not my favorite thing to do, but this is what's going to get me to my goal. So
Yeah.
you drop that's a golden nugget right there because sometimes it's overlooked and we don't even
Yeah.
realize, what we're thinking or what we're experiencing. And it's like, okay, I know what
Mhm.
it's like to do something I don't enjoy doing, but you know what, it's going to get me to my end goal. So
Yeah.
you have those goals in mind, your endurance, your hard work, believing in yourself, all those
Mhm.
key components, they're just going to continue to take you far. So I want to say thank you, Aidan, for being on
Yeah.
the Mind Right Game Tight show. And then one thing before you go, you just have to
Yeah.
finish this sentence. I am grateful for.
I'm grateful for my family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Aidan, for being on the Mind Right Game Tight show. Have a wonderful season, a healthy season, also a school year as
Mhm.
well. And treasure yourself and shine. Thank you, everyone.
All right.